TDC Today Show. We are here with podcast engineer Emily Gulmer at the helm as co-hosts. So we are working on all of our live streams out to Facebook and LinkedIn Live. And so we are at go. And I am looking to go to the YouTube channel for Sue and me. So here we go. Again, we are at the TDC Today Show, co-hosted by Emily Gulmer and me. We are filling in, so to speak, for my wife, Sue Roscoff, who typically attends and does co-hosting with us as well. Again, the Disability Channel showcasing abilities, television by and with people with disabilities and veterans. And so we are on with our Ability USA now through the Restream activities of Emily with her Facebook page. And I am putting onto my broadcast Zoom meeting to YouTube the TDC Today Show by the Disability Channel. And we are going live to YouTube on the Kurt and Sue Roscoff channel. YouTube, Kurt and Sue. So Kurt and Susan or Sue Roscoff. You can search Kurt Sue Roscoff on YouTube. So again, welcome to this, your TDC Today Show. I am obviously multitasking, trying to get the extra coverages, and something's happening. I can't get the display I'm looking for. So we are going to talk about some projects, events, things going on. We're going to update you on some news. So we have a lot of good works in the works. And I just had another conversation today, earlier before the show. So I'm getting messages from Jasper Johnson, who is the founder and creator of the Afro International Film Market and Festival. And so we are joined now by Diane Rossow. So that's going to bring in Emily. This is my cue. Our HMP ambassador, Emily Gulmer, and co-host of this, the TDC Today Show, as also an ambassador of the Disability Channel, TDC ambassador, Emily Gulmer. Take it away. Who in the world is Diane Rossow, Emily? How do you know her?
Thank you, Kurt. We met Diane through the Happy Neighborhood Project, and Diane hails from the big state of Washington, and was with the ASEA group, ASEA, about molecules. And so, Diane, why don't you go in here and introduce yourself a little bit?
Well, thank you, Emily. Good to see you again, Kurt. It's lovely to be here. My name is Diane Rossow. I am in the center of the state of Washington, which many people consider it the gas stop from Seattle to Spokane. So it is a lovely agricultural valley. 2 years ago, Emily, I was introduced to ASEA. ASEA means from the sea. And many people go, well, that's just salt water. Actually, no, it's not just salt water. It is amazing cell-signaling molecules that are produced from salt and water, but far from just salt and water that you're drinking. Totally changed my life, Emily. 2 years ago, I was unable to open a bottle of water with my little hands or a jar of preserves. I have 2 titanium hips that caused a great deal of pain when I walked, and so I didn't walk. If I played golf, I had to use a cart, and I had an sundry of other things. But I wasn't on a lot of medication, and I really wanted to get this under control. And so a divine hand from above pushed me toward the most amazing company, a global product, a redox. I've been on it for 2 years. I've helped over 80 people come off their medications while under doctor's orders. And it's been a phenomenal journey for me, which I've never looked back, and I probably won't for many years to come, because it brings such joy to my life to help people get their life back by getting off of this cycle. I call it the SMS cycle. I'm not sure if you've heard me say that before, Emily. The SMS cycle is you have a symptom, and in traditional Western medicine, you're given a medication for that symptom. And then you have another symptom caused from the medication that you're taking, and the cycle goes on and on. So I am coining myself as the SMS cycle breaker while under doctor's orders, because I do not profess to be a doctor. So that's a little bit about me.
Awesome.
All right, so Diane, let's dive in a little bit to, your ongoing work, your devotion to it, your passion to be with this company, to be in this industry, to serve people in this way, your own personal testimonial. Talk to us more about, what drives you to wake up in the morning looking forward to doing this, the satisfaction to it when you lay your head on the pillow, and some of the things that you've been able to do for other people that, again, is a driving force that you commit to doing this every day.
You bet. You bet. Well, it was one thing to get my own health back, hurt, but it was another then to help my daughter, who is currently 44 and has had addiction issues since she was an early teen. About 2 years ago, about just a few weeks after I started, she started and was able to come off of all of this prescriptive meds that the doctors had her on for surgeries that had gone bad. She had a hip surgery go bad. She had 3 more after that. She was authorized up to 16 opioids a day. Now, if you can imagine, she was about 35 years old, 125 pounds, and was non-functioning. And it was all because of prescriptive meds. So that opioid addiction caused her to have antidepressants, ADHD medication, nerve medication, the list goes on. So in a 2-year period of time, we've been able to wean her off of all of those things, thanks to ASEA, and paying very close attention to the 5 pillars of health, which are hydration, nutrition, rest, movement, and managing stress. So after her came my 2 sisters, and then it just went on from there, which is probably upwards of 80 people now in the last 2 years. So my biggest motivating factor is that the Lord put this in my life to help other people like I was able to help myself. But along with that came the amazing opportunity to receive thank you checks from ASEA Global for sharing this. So in the turbulent financial times that we're in our country, where there's been so much job loss in the tech sector and financial sector, and more to come. We have an amazing program whereby sharing the good news, which we all do. We share restaurants we love. We share, cars that we love. We share all kinds of things that bring us joy. We don't think about sharing those with other people. Well, by sharing the results of ASEA with other people, I've also been able to help those put some funds back in their pockets on a monthly basis, be their own boss, work from home, not have to have a full tank of gas or a new outfit every day to maintain an 8-hour-a-day job with a very strict rules about what you can and can't do. You're your own boss. So that has also been a driving factor lately, is the team that has come alongside of me that are actually in better shape financially because they share the good news after they have a happy result in their own physical body or with someone they love. Then they start sharing, and they too can be the beneficiary of the thank you checks that are I would say generous without being hurting the people that we provide product to.
All right, very good. Thanks for doing the work that you do. Very compelling story, and now we're going to learn more about that. And at the time being, Diane, we are joined by our friend from the Happy Neighbor Project, Marianne Waikiki, Mariana de Mexico, and with the great work that she's doing with app games and working on creating an animated film series and with her books and so on and so forth with her finger puppets. So Marianne, come on in here, give us a little bit of update, what's going on in the world of Marianne, and any announcements, new news, what's on the horizon for the week ahead. What's going on, Marianne? Come on in here.
Well, aloha, Kurt. Thank you guys for the Disability Channel, Lawrence Wingate Studios, and everybody who's putting this all together, Sue Roscoe and Emily going here. And I had a journey the past couple of days. I am residing in San Carlos, Mexico, and I journeyed with my amazing landlords who speak both little English, and we traveled to the city of Nogales, Arizona, to do some shopping. And we went to renew my 180-day visa and traveled back and stopped at some amazing little roadside taco stands, quesadilla last night. And I did a lot of walking in Walmart and did a lot of walking this morning. And I just jumped in the pool to refresh because it's getting hot here. And so I'm regrouping, but I'm excited that we're working on the books and the series. And I'm working online with my fiber team in Pakistan. And we've uploaded the series of the Acts of Kindness book series. So there's 3 books, Underwater Acts of Kindness, featuring Noah, the hard of hearing whale, and the General of the New Earth Army, and Rabbit Acts of Kindness No Bully, featuring Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, Harry, the hard of hearing rabbit, and Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee, and Righteous Acts of Kindness, featuring Pono, the Hawaiian polo pony, who is a deaf rider. And these are all folk manus puppets. They're a company out of Emeryville, California, that creates a catalog, and they have a new catalog for 2023. Elaine Polis is the sales manager who I've been in communications with, and the other team members. So you can go on to Amazon and order the books and the puppets. And the good news is that all classroom teachers can go on donorschoose.org and receive copies of the books for every single student for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and I'm working on the climate change book. And I've created a couple of finger spelling alphabet books to go along with it. And through the pandemic, I used the Pandemic Unemployment Assistant to federally trademark this vision and mission with Dr. Liddy Louise, who's an intellectual property attorney out of Orlando. And we have been working on 10 app games so far with Apple. I'm an Apple game developer, so you read the chapters of the book. You can visit the website, actsofkindnessseries.com, and go play the alphabet games and the number games. And we have a golf game too. So much is happening and uploading. So, I'm kind of working 24/7 with in Pakistan and having to travel and learn Spanish and be on this amazing channel. And thank you so much. Last week, the past couple of weeks, on Saturdays, Leon McLaughlin will be joining us. He's with Clean Water Foundation, and he'll join us at noon. He's did project fundraising in Beverly Hills, California, pulling filters through Hopi Navajo tribes in Arizona, and we'll be bringing them down to Mexico. And he's in 35 countries, so we got him on the podcast a couple of weeks ago with Jasper with the Africa filmmaking festival that's happening in October. So it's just been busy Saturdays and meetings, and it's all good fun. We're going to see the good news happen, and hopefully I'm going to be receiving some funding sometime in the summer that we can use to bring the books into animation movies. So I look forward to having meetings with Lawrence Wingate and all these amazing people who create the products and to make sure we're doing everything right. And the good news is when I was up in Walmart, American Walmart, not Mexico Walmart, I was able to use my gift card. So I purchased some products. So I'm all excited. I got a new American mop down here and cleaning away and cleaning my office here. And I talked to the manager and I introduced myself because several years ago I introduced myself to the manager in Honolulu, Hawaii, and they sent a press release hit to their corporate office out of Arkansas. And at the time then, the buyers were being laid off. And anyway, I found out just some information, so how we can resend these books to the corporate offices of Walmart. And, hopefully in the future they can make a display with the books and the puppets and a disability birthday supply line and all these kind of amazing ideas for the world of ability, because Folk Man has 200 puppets. So again, all classroom teachers in the United States of America can receive copies of the books from an organization called donorschoose.org. They just put in the information, their teacher's code. Again, the books are for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying. I'm going to be working on the climate change book with my co-writer, Suzanne Sims. We've got that outlined with our Pakistan fiber team doing the graphics with more characters that include happy neighborhood projects and characters that I met through happy neighborhood projects. So in another week, we'll be working with Trevor Gibbs to upload the website to a new company, which will be cost savings for us for a 4-year plan on hosting her. And we'll have all the products up there as well. So we have the budgets and an expense report. So hopefully we'll be receiving some funding to bring these into animation movies. And, I see the vision, I was traveling and you see all these 2 festive buses that transport all these people. And, if we start out small, Kurt, and get these little animation movies into these small companies where people are traveling with children and families, or the airlines that can, use these animation movies. Or Leon's been talking to Netflix, and we'll find out about that a little bit later. So, we're just creatively working and networking with everybody. So thank you for the time today. Back to you, Kurt. Marianne of YPP.
Thank you very much, Marianne. Boy, you keep a little busy. That's good to hear about. Good stuff. Thanks for sharing. So we're going to do a check-in with our friend Tim. Tim is tuning in here. It seems like he's enjoying the show, enjoying things at home there. What's going on, Tim? What's your report for today? Did you like what you hear?
Yeah, I just got here. I like what I'm hearing. Some smart ladies on this show, that's for sure. And keep up the good work. I don't know. I guess, what am I working on? Like clean air, interior air, home air. Like sometimes I notice that sometimes when I walk into a bank or a hospital or maybe a restaurant, you get this, like, you can smell, there's something in the air, right? Like that old expression, there's something in the air. So I hooked up with a couple of Italian guys, right? And one thing led to another. They're looking for people for the air industry, right? They have air detection. They find things like radon, and there's 4 or 5 other things. One of them has a mold remediation service. But the business that I got a hold of is the guy's in Seattle, Washington, and he just tests the air and he charges money for that. And he has some very sophisticated services where you send in a capsule, you test it, and this man opens the capsule and he finds out what's in the air and he sends it back. He does a report on what is inside your home or apartment that you are breathing. And that's what I'm interested, that's what I'm working on right now. I hope to make it a business in Wisconsin and maybe other places. But I had to ask a question, then I had to ask a second question, then I had to get one person referred me to another person. And so I kind of dug beneath the surface. I asked, I found people, they found people for me, we connected, and those are the qualities you have to have. I guess it's a good quality you have to have in a business is keep asking questions. None of us has all the business skills, but together we work together. Like even on this show, we market, the great word, we refer, we work together, I guess. Yeah. And so I'm working on the air quality business. So we'll see what happens. I'm waiting for some results, find out how I can do this just for testing, maybe $200 a test, up to $1,000 for a test to find out what people are breathing, and so yeah, that's it. Just nice to be here.
All right, it's good to breathe, eh?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's work on that air quality for what we breathe. So, all right, well, Tim and Marianne and Diane, thank you for joining us for the show. Please stick with us as I'm going to pass the baton to Emily to actually get us into a little bit of a wrap-up mode, a little bit of culmination, and then we're going to be doing another recording after this. So Diane, Tim, and Marianne, if you're able to stick on here after Emily closes out, we're going to be kicking right back up again after this conclusion. So Emily, take it away, give it the packaging, the wrapping, and put the bow on it. Let's finish this up. This has been a good show.
Just want to thank everybody for coming on, and also remind everybody of the Good Friends World Tour 2023. That is going to be touring through the US and Canada, and bringing also, as well as bringing awareness to Project Die Hard, which is a veteran-owned, veteran-run nonprofit, where 90% of all donations go towards helping the veterans. And we're sharing the journey with millions of people worldwide through performance, radio, TV, social media, and other things. So it's going to launch in next month already. So just to let everybody know about that. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming on, and you're here every Saturday at 1:00 Central. So everybody's welcome to join us. So until next time, stay happy.
Recording
Thank you,
stopped.
Emily.
Are you going to be able to stay with us, Diane, or do you need to get going?
I'm okay. I'm okay to stay. Yeah.
Okay. All right.